Hello, welcome Aquarius rising. Happy Scorpio season. Happy Witches New Year. Blessed Samhain. Happy Halloween. I'm so glad you're here. I have been having a very transformative Scorpio season. It's been pretty intense. Thank you for your patience with me. It's taken a few days to get these videos out just because I have been unwell since the middle of October. I'm doing much better now. The deck that we're working with for you today, this is the title card. It's called Jack-o'-lantern Tarot. It's very cute, very spooky, very beautiful. I think it's very fitting for the energy. Um, so Scorpio season is activating your 10th house, which of course is your legacy, your life's work, and part of the axis of fourth and 10th house, private and personal life, or, mother and father, sort of like an ancestral axis, if you will. Um, the paternal and maternal line, right? Um, so the cards that I have for you are all pentacles. Um, yeah, which is cool and very complementary to what the astrology is bringing up for you as well too, being that the new moon is in your 10th house. Um, we very much have that Capricorn Cancer axis highlighted right now in the collective with like the Mars and Pluto opposition, Mars being final degree Cancer, and then Pluto, of course, at the end of Capricorn. By the time you see this video, it may very well be ingressed into Aquarius permanently. And by permanently, I mean for like the next 20 years. So we'll be done with this like retrograding back into Capricorn over and over and over again. So your cards are Ten of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles. So two court cards and the 10. So you're like sort of at the top, at the end of a cycle, completing some sort of cycle, if you will. I don't necessarily read the court cards as, people in your life. That's entirely possible, but I tend to think about how things would apply to you and just like different parts of you, different parts of ourselves, right? That's more so how I would read the court cards. So what comes up for me very much is an invitation for you, Aquarius rising, into ancestral healing, ancestral veneration. Of course, given that it is the season of honoring the ancestors, Halloween, and all the like similar holidays that we have around the world. So that's nice because that's the energy that everyone is experiencing anyway. And then for you, your 10th house activation, I'm feeling that very much as like the father energy or paternal line. I'm seeing that is what is asking you for attention at this moment. So having an ancestor altar that you put together this time of year is very much supported by the astrology. It is very much supported by the seasonal cycles that we're in right now. So if you already have something like that, great. Just give it a little dusting. Maybe you want to put some like fresh flowers or some fresh coffee, something like that. Just, give it a little attention. And if not, I would encourage you to look into, building something like that. Of course, you do want to, honor ancestors who have passed on both the maternal and the paternal side, like dad's side of the family and mom's side of the family. But what's coming up at this point is the dad side of the family specifically is asking for attention. So yeah, that's interesting because when we begin doing like ancestor work and ancestor veneration, like of course there are some ancestors that want to come through and talk. There's some ancestors that maybe are not at the point where they want to communicate, not interested in like that and that sort of thing. So you do sort of like cast a net, and mediumistically see who comes through, see who wants to work with you. I have a specific tarot deck that I love to use for ancestral communication and mediumship when it comes to, yeah, communicating with my own family who is on the other side, but you don't necessarily need cards to do that. I'm seeing as well too that um potentially you could be one of the people in your family who is more mediumistically gifted or mediumistically inclined. These are abilities, of course, that they do come more naturally to some more than others, but it does tend to be the people who have an interest in developing mediumship that might have more of those innate gifts or natural gifts. So yes, everyone is connected, everyone can connect, but if you have no interest, that might not be a strong area of focus for you. Yeah, so what I'm seeing is you are a person in your family who potentially, um, has some of the keys or has the ability to interpret some of like the secrets, or generational curses. And of course, that's just, like karmic patterns that, repeat through the family line. Um, in terms of that stuff that gets passed down, negative influences like addictions around like alcohol or gambling or abuse or things like that. And then of course there's positive influences, positive traits that get passed down as well too. Like caregiving, tending. What the image they're putting in my mind is like the grandmother gardening and teaching the mother, and the mother teaches the daughter, and that kind of thing. So we have a lot of gifts from our beloved dead, not just curses, but of course I like to provide a bit of a balance there. So yeah, ancestors on the dad side calling out to you, asking for you to establish a connection or reestablish a connection. So if that's something that feels aligned for you, I would invite you to explore that. And they're also telling me that you're someone in the family who perhaps is more easily able to connect. So you could be one of the people who has that role in the family as like as a record keeper or as like an interpreter of those like ancestral issues or areas that ancestors might be concerned with. So yeah, it's definitely an interesting message for you, especially considering the time of year that we're all invited into, ancestral healing. But for you, it's specifically, the dad side of the family that's reaching out. And as far as how you want to go about doing that, I would say definitely maintain or set up an ancestor altar as a first step, and just spending time there, setting intentions that you do want to send love and healing, that you are open to connecting. And again, this is only an invitation. This is only if it feels aligned. You don't have to do anything at all if it doesn't feel good, but that would be my recommendation on how you might want to start with that. So I'm going to leave it there for you, Aquarius Rising. Thanks so much for tuning in. I do have a promotion going on at the moment, moving into the holiday season. I'm running a special on my year ahead readings. So if that's something that feels good for you, if you might want to take a look and see what the stars have in store for you for 2025, I would love to see you book that in. You can visit my website, send me a message, and I'm also offering gift cards for that product, and gift cards for standard natal chart readings as well too. If you would love to give the gift of a reading with me, that would be amazing to receive, don't you think? Like, experiential gifts are the best. Okay, so I will see you in the next video. And again, happy Scorpio season. I wish you all the best. See you soon.